Hey crew, it's Mike with Riding in the Ozarks. Did you realize that Harley Davidson just had another Easter egg in their global launch video? Yep, they teased more clips of the next Sportster. Let's take a look at them and see if we can see anything new. If you didn't know, I already did a video on this next Sportster based on the clips that Harley Davidson teased when they released the Sportster S. I'll leave a link to it in the description down below. If you've not seen that video, you may want to watch it first because I am going to reference some things that we discovered in that video and comment about what has changed. Let's listen to this clip that was kind of at the very end of the global launch video.
This is just the beginning of 22. Our product range for this upcoming year is going to continue to reveal itself. In all of our segments, performance has become very relevant. Certainly Sportster S and Pan America totally embody that with the Rev Max architecture. In the cruiser segment, it's the Lowrider S, Lowrider ST. In touring, it's the Street Glide and Road Glide STs. And then we've got some other things up our sleeve and future product we're really excited about that's going to take this idea even further.
Just the beginning of 2022. The product range will continue to reveal itself. Performance has become very relevant. Future products are going to take this even further. We're going to talk about what all that means in just a second, but let's look at these clips first. 1. Engine badge. Maybe it's just because I started on a late 80s, early 90s Evo powered Harley Davidson, but I loved the round air cleaner look of this badge. As I recall, the Revolution Max engine on the Pan America has an airbox that is located above the engine, and it has dual direct downward draft throttle bodies. So my guess is that this may not be where the air intake for the engine is, but then again, maybe Harley Davidson is doing something different for this smaller Revolution Max engine. Either way, I really like the more classic look. 2. Exhaust. Okay, before I talk about what is different on the exhaust from what we've seen before, I want to know, do you think the tread pattern on this tire is different from the Michelin Scorcher we saw in the first set of clips that Harley Davidson teased last year? Here's the Michelin. Here's the new tire, and the tread pattern looks different to me. Also, I think they've changed the brake rotor from what we had seen in the previously teased clips. Obviously, the rear coil suspension is there, but this pic is so dark, it's hard to tell if anything is different. What is different is where this muffler connects to the header pipe. In the previous clips, it was connecting to a chrome section, and now it appears to be black. 3. Cylinder head. We get a clean shot of the rear cylinder head, which is gray with dark inserts. The first clip of the engine made the cylinder look like it was a light gray. Notice a slight difference between the case and where the cylinder is attached? To me, this new clip looks like it's a darker gray, maybe a closer match to the gray that we saw in the cases before. Of course, the lighting can be used to really change the way something looks, so this just could be an effect of the way Harley Davidson is shooting the lighting on this clip. 4. Headlight and cafe fairing. We finally get a better look at this fairing and the front lights. I'm still going with LED lighting based on the clear turn signal lenses with the bar and shield logo in the middle. I'm sure we're getting an LED headlight if we're getting LED turns. In this shot, we can see a new vent in the cafe fairing, which is kind of cool. We can also get a glimpse of the bright red paint in the background, which we will see more of in the next clip. 5. Tank console. This looks like a tank console on a bright red fuel tank to me. I really got nothing else to say about this other than it looks pretty close to the red line red paint color of the Street Bob 114 I recently saw, and that is available on some of the other Harley Davidson 2022 models. If this is red line red, that will help support the fact that this bike is going to be released in 2022, since that's a new color for 2022 and Harley probably will not use it again next year. Alright, the real surprise to me is related to this clip of the exhaust. In the clips we got with the Sportster S release, we could see a chrome exhaust pipe and we could definitely see a black muffler connecting to that at the rear. In these clips, everything appears to be blacked out. This makes me wonder if Harley Davidson is going to try and create a trim package in a dark and a light color, kind of like they do the chrome and blacked out trims on the Street Glide and Road Glide specials. Could they do a dark finish and lighter finish, chrome, non-chrome on this new Sportster? And what about what Brad Richards was saying in that clip earlier? Just the beginning of 2022, the product range will continue to reveal itself. Performance has become very relevant. Future product is going to take this even further. Well, I take all this to mean that the Sportster 975 is definitely coming out in 2022, and I happen to hear that Harley Davidson has a section marked out on the calendar for product reveal between March and May of 2022. So now the question is, will we get just an icon model then, like we did last year during that time frame? Or do you think the Sportster 975 will also be revealed during that time frame? Personally, I think the Sportster 975 will be revealed by the end of May, because then they can start sales delivery to dealerships in June, July, and that'll help booster their sales for the third quarter for their financial reports. I think that's a strategy Harley-Davidson's been doing with the Icon and the Pan America releases. I think in the future we're going to continue to see mid-year model launches for special bikes like the Sportster 975, like they did for the Pan America, the Sportster S, and whatever else they have coming in the future. Now, whether we get a Bronx this year or not is yet to be seen. I know a lot of people are still holding out for that bike. I hope to see that bike released or back on the radar in the near future, but I haven't seen anything teased that makes me think that the Bronx is back on the plate yet. Somebody brought up to me that with all these supply chain issues and chip shortages and everything else, it may make sense for Harley-Davidson to be a little slower about rolling out new bikes right now when they're having a hard time meeting demand due to supply chain issues already. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you do that YouTube thing, check out the content on my channel. And if you dig it, hit the subscribe button down below. Don't forget to ring that bell to be notified the next time I drop a new video. And as always, thank you for your support, stay safe, and keep on riding.